Jimmy Barnes is marking a major milestone this year. It is the 40th anniversary of his landmark album For the Working Class Man, released in December 1985. It went straight to #1 and stayed in the top spot for 7 weeks.
He's getting into parkour. No, he's not. Jimmy is hitting the road for the Working Class Man 40th anniversary tour, and he's bringing some famous friends along for the ride too, with special guests at the show including Icehouse, Ian Moss and Kate Ceberano. And Jimmy Barnes, along with Ivor Davies from Icehouse, join us now on the couch. Great to have you with us,
Me
guys.
and Ivor thought we were going to have to start doing parkour. I thought, geez, I'm going to have to go to training.
I noticed that. You touched each other, you pushed each other and go, oh, we could do that. What do you reckon,
Yeah.
I only had one hip replacement.
Really? Very small.
Barnesy, take us back to 1985. The idea, Working Class Man, sold more than 500,000 copies at the time. Do you remember the change, I guess, for you and the band?
It was a big milestone. It was a big point in my career. I mean, literally jumped off the back of Cold Chisel in 83, end of 83. By April 84, I was doing Body Swerve. I wanted to just get in and make a rough rock and roll record, you know. So I didn't spend a lot of time on it. It was just like 4 on the floor with a rock band. And this was the first record where I sat down and I thought, all right, how am I going to plan? How's my career going to pan out? Yeah. And I put a lot of work into it. And I remember by the time I made that film clip, certainly, but by the time I finished the record, I sort of had a map of how where I wanted music to go and what I wanted to do. So, a very, very important time in our lives. Big time in his life too.
It was, yeah. You were touring with David Bowie, playing for royalty. It was a huge time for you too.
We were busy. I think actually when the record came out, I think we were in England recording at the time. But I remember hearing it and going, "Oh, this is just perfect. This like fits you like a glove." That song, and I was incredibly jealous because it sounded so good on radio.
Well, they're fabulous engineers. They can do that.
They can do that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, is that when you start out in music? I mean, you're having a bit of fun with your mates and all of that, but the idea where the art kind of takes over and you go, now I really want to make the music I want to make.
Well, you know, I sort of, because I was a bit wild. I was very wild even in those days. And for me, it was sort of, I'd sort of stumbled along and I'd managed to sort of, like, using blunt force to get as far as I could, like leaving Cold Chisel and then pounding my way through you know, the next record, you know, Body Swerve. And this was the point where I had to really start, you know, thinking on my feet because, you know, you can only use blunt force so much. So I had to really I went to America. I was just signed a deal with Geffen Records, and I started working with really great songwriters over there. You know, I was, you know, and it was all new for me as a young songwriter because Don Walker had written all the songs for Cold Chisel, basically. So I just had to start thinking on my feet, which was a good thing. It made me sharpen my ideas up a bit.
Oh, so good.
Now you're going to go on the road with Ian Moss, Kate Ceberano. What's this going to be like, Ivor? Is it kind of going to be harking back to those rough and ready days, or?
The thing about it, I thought about it. I mean, it is a perfect kind of combination of people because we are so distinct, really, in our kind of styles and areas that nothing. So sometimes you play a big bill that's got a lot of quite similar people on it, and they're in each other's area. And this is, I mean, I'll be able to stand on the side of the stage and enjoy every single thing because we are in different territories.
And if you do hear somebody singing Great Southern Land really high and squeaky, it'll be me in the background.
In the background. I love that.
We just did a tour together with the 50th anniversary of Chisel. We did New Zealand together, and I was on the side watching Ivor all the time, and you know, he's got so many songs that I know and love, and you know, we go way back. Ivor and I have been friends since the late 70s. So.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
It's a tour dream for the fans too, and you've got tens of millions of new fans streaming online as well. So all the best with it. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Party, 40th.
Yes, that's what you're calling the biggest party.
It is such a brilliant idea.
Let's parkour out of here.
We'll get a camera on that. Jimmy Barnes, Working Class Man 40th anniversary tour kicks off in November. Ticket pre-sales begin on Monday ahead of the general public sale next Thursday. And a special 40th anniversary release of Jimmy's album For the Working Class Man is out on the 14th of November. Put that in your diaries. It's available to pre-order now.